Good evening. Hey, what's up? This is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals and conciergebullion.com. Don't have the live cam up right now. Wanted to kind of show you that, yeah, we're in for a big storm down here in South Florida, particularly the Southwest Florida coast. And I have a feeling it's going to be quite traumatic for a lot of the people that live up in their area. So my feelings and thoughts are with the people on the west coast of the state of Florida. Of course, you know that I'm right here. You see my arrow right here. I'm in this Fort Lauderdale area right here. The hurricane, as you can see, is just starting to show up on the Miami radar. You can see the bands kind of spreading out from there. We'll get some pretty heavy storms, and in fact, we just got a tornado potential warning in this area as well, because these storms do throw up a lot of tornadoes and stuff. And as you can see, those red circles indicate that that might be what's going on in those areas as well. Well, listen, you can't stop the storm, so stop trying. What you can do is calm yourself. The storm will pass. This applies to not just major hurricanes. This applies to major economic storms, which I think we're starting to see. You know, when you're in the middle of a large storm, you know, when you're a pinpoint right here, and you're sitting right here in the middle, or anywhere in the middle of what is potentially a big storm, it's hard to see the whole storm. And I think that's what we got going on out there economically. You know, it's just hard to see how big this economic storm we have going on as well. And what does that got to do with the price of gold and silver? Well, it's all about wealth preservation and being prepared for such things. A lot of folks that saw this hurricane coming and that have been in South Florida for many, many years, West Coast, East Coast, we all kept an eye on this, understanding that if it heads our way, better get out the generators, better be prepared. And most South Florida folks are. You know, I'm well prepared with food, water, and all that stuff, because I've been through storms where you have no power and you have nothing for weeks and weeks. And again, I hope everyone's prepared for this storm here in the state of Florida. With that said, take a look at our oceans here. We're not even on the receiving end of this, and I'm already starting to see some decent waves. Makes me want to go surfing if the wind wasn't so high. A little choppy out there, nothing clean, but take a look at last night. You can just see how this storm changes our environment pretty fast here. There's last night's water. Let me see if I can just click that for you. Just overnight. And folks, that's the same thing again with the world. It can be the same thing with your economic world, with your political world. Things can just change from very calm to doesn't seem like much going on to this right here, and even worse. Like I said, we're on in fact, we're pretty safe here in South Florida overall, except for maybe potential tornadoes and flash flooding. But we're used to that in this area. But these folks are in for a pretty big storm here on the other side of the coast. And as I said, you can't calm the storm, so stop trying. What you can do is calm yourself. The storm will pass. But may I add, also being prepared. And that's what it looks like is happening out there with the markets in general. I mean, take a look at the equity markets. Oh, where did they put the equity markets? I think I took them down, actually. I had them over here at some point. Screw it. You know what's going on in Dow, S&D, and NASDAQ. And across the board, everyone is feeling big pain. Got big issues going on now with the Europeans. I mean, if they didn't have enough trouble, now they had their last gas pipeline sabotaged. I wonder who did that. Well, anyways, let's not get into speculation here. I don't think it was the Russians. They could have just shut the spigot off. But I think Europe's going to see a lot more pain. And who's to gain from shutting off the spigot from Russia to Germany? You know, the Nord Stream 1, I think it is. Nord Stream 1 and Nord Stream 2. I call it Nord Stream. Well, Russia doesn't have anything to gain by shutting off that spigot, and they could just do it at the spigot. You know, the motors are broken or whatever, like they did before. So I have a feeling this was sabotage, and I don't think that the German pipeline was sabotaged by the Ukrainians. I don't think they have the technology to do that. Who else out there? Well, who's got the most to profit from us from closing that pipeline? Is there a mirror around here? Maybe we should look into it. Well, anyways, what's that got to do with the price of gold and silver and platinum? It's probably good for it as well, folks, because it looks like the shit is starting to hit the fan here. If not soon, pretty soon, across the board. But gold, getting monkey hammered a little bit down. Staying the same from where it was. I thought I saw a low of 1622. There we go, 1623 in gold. Silver at 1843. Where did I see a low of 1834? Sitting close to that level right now. Platinum around 850. You know my opinion. You know my why the prices are so low, and it has nothing to do with huge droves of people selling their gold, silver, and platinum. Nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with crooked markets, but I'm just not going to talk about it tonight, folks. I'm going to kind of talk about something else, which is premiums and delivery times on a physical product. That's something I do very well. I've been doing this since 1977, second generation dealer in precious metals, rare coins, and other items as well. But, well, that's going to be the drinking word for the night when I say as well. Well. Speaking of that, cheers to all my friends out there. I hope you're having a good evening. And again, you folks on the West Coast, I hope you're batting down. I hope you're prepared and got all your supplies ready. Stay safe. Well, anyways, let's talk about, well, I'm already talking about how cheap these prices are. It's bargain basement prices. You know, these manipulated spot prices are nothing more than, like I said, if someone went to your local grocery store and they manipulated the price of steak and food down to about a tenth of what it is right now, or what it should be, or even half or whatever, you wouldn't complain about that. That's bargain basement prices. Well, you complain that someone's manipulating the food prices, and I'm sure they do that as well. But you wouldn't complain about super cheap prices, and that's exactly what you're getting with gold, silver, and platinum right now. Super cheap prices for folks that are just thinking about buying or thinking about adding more to their stack or haven't bought already. For folks that are hanging on and folks that have bought at higher levels, relax. I think this quote says it well. You can't calm the storm, so stop trying. What you can do is calm yourself. The storm will pass. As will this ridiculous manipulation will pass. At some point, supply and demand factors are going to stomp them guys into the ground. I think we're starting to see it with silver already. But let me talk about what I said I was going to do, which is physical prices on gold and silver being super cheap. Premiums are starting to go back up again. Delivery times are getting a little tougher. I have a feeling they're going to try to bang it to the low 16s and maybe even sub 18 a little bit here. Platinum, I don't know, 1820, 1830. But again, tough to say. You can just never underestimate these crooked bastards. Typically, they're going to bang gold and silver prices when the news is that the Fed is tightening, and when the dollar starts to go up, they're going to bang silver and gold prices too. It has nothing to do with the dollar going up, the DXY. It has nothing to do with inflation rates maybe going down. It has nothing to do with higher rates being paid on treasuries and other things. Nothing to do with that, folks, higher yields. Nothing to do with that. Pure bullshit, which is used as the excuse why gold and silver is down, when the real reason why gold and silver is down, because it's just fucking screwed and monkey hammered in these ridiculous criminal markets. All right, I said it. And again, I said I didn't want to talk about it, but what I do want to talk about is the best deal out there on silver is still, I think, kilo bars right now, while they're out there. It seems like a lot of product across the board are getting delayed. A lot of the producers of these generic products are delaying their deliveries and probably just backed up to the wall with orders. And let me see here. Let's see, minimum orders, a lot of stuff like that. And it appears, what's the best? Oh, premiums on Gold Eagles. I think I told you yesterday premiums on Gold Eagles have gone up. Let's see where they're at today. 1 second. And do a little calculation there. They're probably on small quantities about 180 over the price of gold for Gold Eagles. And oh boy, I got the silver price up here, but let me jump back to silver. I'm jumping around a lot here. Sorry about that. All right, kilo bars. Spot plus 3 1/4 to $4, probably in that range. I was looking online, and 10-ounce Valcombi bars are probably spot plus 390, spot plus 4 1/4, and that hold on, spot plus 3 1/4 to 350 on kilo bars. Spot plus 390 to 4 1/4 on Valcombi bars. 10-ounce bars, generics, if you can find them, are a little bit cheaper. 1-ounce rounds are going to be around spot plus 390 to 4 and change as well. Depending on the vendor, Gold, I was going to talk about gold too. Still the best deal out there is gold bars, folks. But it looks like even delayed deliveries on gold bars, all the products across the board. As the stuff has gotten cheaper, it's just getting in more demand. And again, completely contrary to what, in any sane marketplace, in any sane, realistic, free marketplace, supply and demand drives prices. It really does. It drives what an item is priced as. You know, big demand, small supply usually means much higher prices. Lots of supply, small demand usually means lower prices. But make sense of this. Huge demand in gold and silver products, physical products, huge demand. Small supply, limited supply to some degree. I won't say limited, but available, above ground available silver for sale is in limited supply. Not silver, you know, whatever silver exists in the world. That's not limited, but above ground silver for sale. Especially on the retail end, it is in big demand right now, and small supply. Yet prices are freaking dirt cheap, fire sale cheap. And if I say manipulation one more time, I'm going to slap myself. Okay, I did it. Oh, slap myself. Oh, I'm just so tired of talking about that shit, you know. But again, if you don't play the game, you can't win. And if I was going to buy into any kind of manipulated market, you definitely, why wouldn't you buy gold and silver? It's been around for 5,000 years. It's real stuff. You know, if these bastards want to play around with the price and get with their little manipulative, dirty, get-rich schemes by driving these markets up and down in increments and getting out of these bullshit paper contracts. If it provides me the opportunity to buy a real commodity that's been around for 5,000 years at super cheap prices, then damn it, you got to look at it that way. It's a good thing for us, but still, at some point, it's going to blow up in their faces. Ted Butler talks about this all the time. It will blow up in their faces. How did I get off prices? Well, you know me. I can get off the line real quickly here. I digress, as I always say. Gold bars are the best deal out there. As I said earlier, Gold Eagles, spot plus 180. We've got a great deal on some kangaroos and some other products as well. And your local dealer should. If you don't live in South Florida and you can't come and visit us and you're buying smaller quantities, find yourself a good local dealer. They should be able to take care of you. And, well, let's just get into, nah, I don't want to talk about charts. Charts suck recently. It's depressing. All charts do is just tell me what the criminals are doing, what they've recently done. It's like a trail, a blood trail of the criminals. That's what chart seems like for gold and silver, the blood trail of criminals. All right. Well, let's take a look at where's yesterday's video. Man, oh man, did I just take yesterday's video down? I was going to discuss it here. Let me just type in YT here and pull up our page. There we go, YouTube. Hey, follow along with me here. I'll get there eventually. And where are we? There we go. Daily gold and silver reports. Okay, come on now, load up there, buddy. And nope, didn't want to do that. Silver and gold. There we go. Take a look at, there's our video right there. I don't want to play all, I just want to play that one. Okay. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to take you through all that. And come on. There we go. Load up, load up. All right. Can I even turn that off? I think I can. There we go. Pause that right there. Going to go into yesterday's comments, answer a couple questions for some of you folks, and make a few comments on comments that I see down here. And close your eyes if you get motion sickness, because I'm going to scroll down to the bottom here and scroll up as we go. Coos Maniac. God, I think someone called me that in high school a few times. I don't know. Going for another ounce of Golden Eagle. Good for you, Ellis. Deal 120 over spot for Gold Eagles and Buffaloes. Man, Shep Maniac, you did it, man. That's a steal. Someone else called me and told me they got a steal from their local dealer. That's a wonderful deal. Spot plus 120. Let me see. What do they cost me wholesale to buy? Wholesale, they cost me about spot plus 80. No, spot. What am I saying? $80. 135 is the current wholesale spot price. So you're getting them 15 bucks below spot. Go over and buy the rest of the ones that he's got shipped. That's a great deal. And John Gordon says, when will silver prices rocket? And you're not allowed to say, I don't know, and give reasons. I don't know, John. That's my reason. I don't. Who the fuck knows, honestly, John? I don't know. You don't know. If any of us knew, we'd do some kind of big derivative kind of leverage trade where we buy ourselves an island, providing we really knew. But I don't. I don't know when the price is going to skyrocket, and I wish you did. You could tell me. And I'm not allowed to say I don't know. What else am I supposed to say? Well, thanks for commenting, John. Have yourself a great day. Clayton says, has anyone done business with Hero Bullion? No, I haven't. I'm sure there's a lot of good little guys out there. I advertise to be Atmex, JM, SD Bullion, and Miles Franklin. To me, those are the big guys out there that do deliver, and respectable dealers as well. Very competitive. But again, I advertise to beat him. If you got a good local dealer, he should be able to do that as well. And no, I don't know him though, Clayton. Follow, there are too many blame the Fed conspiracies. Yeah, I think, blaming the Fed for gold prices and silver prices getting monkey hammered, I don't think it's true. I don't think it's anything to do with the Fed. It has nothing to do with them raising rates. It has nothing to do with them tightening. It has everything. The only thing that gold and silver prices where they are right now has to do with is manipulated prices of gold and silver in the COMEX, CRIMEX, Globex, LBMA criminal markets. And let's see here. Vinny Ward Dog says, last night's show was on fire. Thank you. Appreciate that. Best commentary on YouTube. Oh, you're too kind. You're too kind. Flattery will get you everywhere, though. Thanks, Vinny. Appreciate it. Hope you have a great evening. Lee Fury says, starting buying gold, silver. Never kind of what I had. That's a great way to do it. Why count it? Just kind of stack it. Looks like I lost about 50K. Have gold bars there, taking much longer to ship, and then I have a lot more silver than gold. You haven't lost anything. You don't lose anything. Oh, there you go. Ronnie James said, you haven't lost a diamond. You don't lose until you'll sell. You'll be just fine buying around. Ronnie, thank you. That's a great reassuring comment. And I think long-term food will be worth more in a few. My metals are really for the kids and grandkids. Lee, I think you're going to be very happy that you bought gold and silver for yourself as well. So hopefully you'll be able to take advantage of that. But if you're 80 or you're getting near the end of your years, or I say even year or months, it's a little tough looking at the price of gold and silver where it's at. But believe me, it'll change. It'll change. This too shall pass. Michael, not much we can do about that. Spenduda says, liked my fire. I was a little bit on fire last night, but I'm comfortable with it, but it just pisses me off that it's so in your face, the crookedness and the manipulation of governments and corporations and companies like the CME Group, in my opinion. It's just so in your face now. They don't even try to hide it. Why not get mad? I'm more than willing to express my anger and my disrespect for these people. Well, anyways, let me not get on sidetracked again. Wharton, what's up? The regulators are the capitulators. Can't argue with that. Salty Dog, that's a pretty salty prediction. Mid 600, 1360, and $15. I just don't see it, Salty Dog. But then again, I didn't see sub $20, and I didn't see sub $1,700 gold. So, you can't underestimate these. Again, it's so in your face. It's like they don't even care anymore. They just knock these freaking markets down for no good reason. It's in the COT reports. You can prove it. You can see it. They spoof them. And they still get away with it. But as I said, the big but. I shouldn't use the but because that usually means everything you said before that was a lie, and that's not true. However, I'm not sure that's any better. Again, manipulation. It's basic manipulation 101. They can do it. They can do it until they can't do it anymore. Especially when they have to back it up with a real product like gold and silver. And I think we're starting to see that problem with silver as well. Paper, rock, scissors, gold, and silver. Mike Matthews, F&U clone, Gary Wagner. Develop their own game over if I interfere with the sanctions of Russia. I don't know, man. I hope that's kind of true, but I'm not quite sure what makes us think that they're going to do it any better or be any more honest about it, but I hope they are. You too, Lou. And Stephen W. says, missed my show. Me and the missus left Daytona early. Oh, okay. Start batting down the houses for you. Probably not a bad idea. I hope you batten down the hatches in Daytona. You're going to get a little wind over there probably, but nothing too bad. And I agree, man. It just gets sometimes agitates me just to watch them get away with this shit all the time. And Blackie, I'll be mourning when 1316 comes. man, I'd be very surprised. But again, you never underestimate these crooks. You know, your guess is as good as mine, or really anybody else's at this point, where they can take it, whether it's on the upside or the downside. Yep, Welco, what's going on? No argument there. Nope, exactly. What repercussions will they suffer? I don't think they're going to suffer anything. I think that what they're going to do with gold and silver is that the big commercials that cheated it to the downside and shorted it all those years and let the and playing the managed money. I think they're going to stack up big time on the physical side, and they're going to let it run up. Now, will they short into the market again and drop it back? Tough to say, but no less, it is frustrating. I got to admit, it is frustrating. Now, if only the spot was still down 90 ounce and not 4.99 ounce. Oh, you mean the premiums? Yeah, premiums. And again, delivery times. I think if you look at the big online sellers, you're going to see that their prices are going to go up, and delivery times, they're going to have a lot of notify me's that they're not available on some products. Fox Garden and Chicken Coop. Thanks. That was exactly what I was thinking about. Bastard Bankers. Yep. Alley Cat. Hey, was wondering if you ever heard of Guidance Corporation. They're safe. Nope, not really. I can't say I have. Helen. With British countries doing their own price card, of course, Big Four price fixing today in Asia with gold was over 40 higher than the Western markets. That's kind of interesting. I know yesterday I pointed that out in the British pound. Gold has kind of been going up for the last week or two. That's because the British pound has been going down so much. And remember, folks, it's just a basket of fiat turds, and that might have an impact on why gold is down in price with a stronger dollar, but not really. The only reason gold is down, why do I even entertain that thought, is because of pure, simple manipulation. Yeah, and they did do you a favor, Joey. Yes, Chair, I was going for Fox Garden, the chicken coop. Thank you. Joe McDonald, what's up? Took a toll on your liver. Speaking of which, a sip for you guys. Again, cheers to everyone out there. And let's hope that our West Coast Florida folks are going to be fine over the next few days. MFB, yeah, I've been wanting. The premiums are just kind of crazy. Yeah, you need to find another dealer, Mr. HVAC. Minus $1 and $5 over, they can tighten that spread up. I mean, unless it's like one coin or 2 coins, but that's still a little bit too tight. I mean, too much. Brian Callahan, can hear my blood pressure. Yeah, I know. I get a little going sometimes, and it's not because I'm like mad where gold and silver prices are. I do see it as a gift. I really do. I'm just mad that they can get away with this. It's not the America I grew up in. All right, well, I'm done. I'm going to call it quits. Hey, thanks for watching. This is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals. This is our brick and mortar in Lauderdale by the Sea, Florida. So if you're in South Florida, we're open 10 to 4 Mondays through Fridays. We sell any quantity of silver and gold, from small quantities to large quantities. We'll beat all the locals down here. So we got really good prices. And if you don't live in the state of Florida and you're buying more than 100 ounces of gold, more than 2,500 ounces of silver, give us a call at conciergebullion.com. We can deal through the mail and deal with secure methods of shipping and all that kind of good stuff. And again, that's for only if you're buying more than 100 ounces of gold, more than 2,500 ounces of silver, and you don't live in South Florida and you can't see us directly. If you're buying under those amounts, please find yourself a good local dealer. I really recommend you do that until one day I can find out how to ship on smaller quantities and all that kind of stuff. Well, anyway, thanks for watching. Have yourself a wonderful evening. And again, my best wishes to you West Coast folks. West Coast of Florida. Bye now.